Hi, my name is Stephanie Schmidt, and I will be teaching ceramics. Welcome to Golden High School's virtual back to school night. As you can see here, I will embrace a crazy hair day anytime I can. Some other things about myself. I am originally from outside of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I went to school at University of Amherst, Massachusetts for my bachelor's degree, which was in art education. This is my first year as a Golden Demon, and I am super excited. Um, for the last 14 years, I was teaching ceramics at Bear Creek High School. I also taught a few other classes there, but I was really drawn to Golden High School because it gave the opportunity for me to teach ceramics along with jewelry, which is basically a dream combination for me. So I'm super excited to be here. Um, these are some girlfriends who we love to go on hikes together. My husband and I love to try to go to the mountains whenever we can. That's a great place in Arizona with awesome wind bells, Arco Santi. And then the University of Northern Colorado is where I got my master's degree in art and design with a focus on ceramics a few years ago. And then a picture at the top is me after I heard I got the job at Golden High School. Woo, woo. Wanted to share with you some driving factors to my teaching. I want all students to feel successful, and I'm always keeping that in mind. Students will explore ways to express themselves and also have lots of choice in the classroom. And with projects, young artists, I want them to have fun learning about each other and making art. Um, we will study cross-cultural collections of art, and I encourage students to explore their own identities and consider ways in which they can express their identity in their artwork. These are some examples of beginning level ceramics. And then these are some examples of upper level ceramics. We will have to focus more on hand building this year. Um, with maybe a possibility of some minimal wheel work, which can really only be done when we're in the classroom, but definitely focus on hand building since we will be working from home a lot of the time. And you might be saying to yourself, how on earth do we do ceramics remotely in this hybrid format? What? I thought about it a lot this summer and I've come up with a plan. For the hybrid format, artists will be given a box of tools and materials to use at home. That will be either on the orientation days or um, the beginning of in-person school. Um, for the remote learning platform, we will use Google Classroom, and I will focus on short-term clay projects in the classroom in person so that it's kind of a one and done kind of a day. And then that ups the chances of kids having more finished work. If we do have to eventually go in a fully remote situation, hopefully at least those first few projects we could have gotten glazed and fired. Long-term projects will be done at home, and students can bring in their projects that they make at home if they need to get assistance from me. Otherwise, they won't have to bring that in until it is due and ready for firing. How will clay get fired? When projects are finished, they can bring work in on the in-person days for me to fire in the kiln. If we do go fully remote, I will work with administrators to hopefully arrange a safe drop-off time where the work can be delivered to me and then I can fire it. If a drop-off time is not possible this semester, I will take the work any other time. It is safe to come back to school. So even if that means next semester, they can bring it to me. Any communication regarding this type of drop-off situation will be given in Google Classroom. For grading, I grade the technical skills that are taught, so possibly coil building or pinch pots or slab construction and connecting your clay and making it built correctly. And then also on creative ideas and the execution of those creative ideas, the use of time and participation and effort put into artwork, and maintenance of materials and tools in the classroom, as well as some written reflections. There's also some more short-term assignments or formative assignments like icebreakers, sketches, planning activities, art observations, and art responses that go into grading. And the longer a student works on something, then the more it weighs in the grade. Materials that your student will need, just a folder or a section of a binder for class sketches and some written work. Um, the blank white paper for sketching, and I just use printer paper is great for that. Or if you really want to get a small sketchbook, that's possible. That's fine. Definitely the more expensive route, not necessary. But if a student prefers that, that's cool. However, sketchbooks are kind of thick, and we're probably in reality only going to use a very small portion of it. I will have some binders, paper, and folders in class that I can provide for students who might prefer just getting it from me. But I know a lot of kids like to pick that stuff out. What can you do to support your child? It would be awesome if you would ask them about their assignments and artwork that they are making. Please encourage them to make their artwork and take some time to look at it and talk about it with them. Also, help them to create a space at home to make their art. It could get a little messy, so it should be in a place where you're not using fine furniture for a tabletop. Perhaps you could put down a plastic trash bag or an old tablecloth or an old t-shirt to kind of protect the area. The students will have a board to work on, and maybe it would be nice to put that on top of something that so it doesn't damage a table. So helping them to just kind of have that space in the house would be nice. Fully dried clay is very fragile, so it is important that clay does not um, fully dry before bringing it to me because it's just definitely more prone to breaking and trouble. It's kind of like chalk when it dries out fully. So just try to remind your student to not let things dry out too much. And when they are ready to bring it into school, maybe help them pack it nicely because sometimes students can rush through that and just not taking the time to pack it. So it's kind of cushioned with some newspaper or towels or something can maybe up their chances for it breaking in travel. So any help you would have with that. And reach out if you have any questions or if there's something you would like me to know about your student, your child that I can help support them more. And this is a rainbow that often will show up outside of my house when we have stormy weather. And I just love this and wanted to share it because I'm just trying to keep in mind that this semester is going to be stormy. This semester is going to be tricky. This semester is going to have its challenges. It's new to all of us, and we need to support each other. And I'm looking for the rainbows, and I'm looking forward to some good things coming out of it, even though it's a funky semester. And I think we also want to remind ourselves to stop and smell the flowers in this situation and just kind of take time for ourselves. And it's okay to slow down and just kind of appreciate the good things that we do have and the successes that we do have. And then please reach out to me if you have any concerns or questions. My email and voicemail are here. Email is going to be a quicker response from me just because I can check that multiple times in the day. Voicemail takes a little longer. And that photo is me, super psyched to meet your child. Thanks for joining. Be in contact if you have any questions. Thanks.